I finished watching PValley, the season finale, for a third time, and I'm just as emotional as I was the first time. There's so many things I'm feeling, good and bad. We're gonna get into it. But before I get ahead of myself, because I always forget to do this when I'm recording, let me just do some basic housekeeping things. Welcome to my channel. My name is William. Follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. You can please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, as told by William. And now let's get into PValley, the season 2 finale. Miss Katori Hall, you are a genius. You are a creative genius, and you are kind of also sick, ma'am. And I'm gonna get into why you're sick later. A nigga like me, which I need to know about me, I hate cliffhangers. I detest cliffhangers. For all the right reasons though, because a cliffhanger means you're coming back. So I'm fairly confident this means we're getting a season 3. I just need the announcement. Stars, quit playing. I don't know what y'all waiting on. That needs to happen ASAP. But let's start with what I loved. Let's start with Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford. The evolution of their love story, like their journey together, has been quite amazing to watch. And the fact that it's only been 2 seasons makes me think that like they're only just getting started, and we're gonna see a lot more good, bad, and ugly, and I'm here for it all. Uncle Clifford, off the bat, Uncle Clifford, from the pilot of the show, I liked Uncle Clifford's character. I was like, okay, yeah, I like him. And then with Little Murda, I wasn't so sure. But to make a very long story short, I'm sold on his character now. Like, I'm Team Little Murda all day, every day. The thing that I think I like the most about Little Murda is how he's written. He's fully fleshed out. Like, we see all sides of him. And I think this season finale of season 2, it really did a good job of showing that. I think Little Murda, like, I remember seeing a tweet. There was like, he's got to be one of the most, dynamic, fleshed out, black male characters, queer black male characters we've seen in history, television history. Because, like, this nigga is a rapper, a poet, a gangbanger, a murderer, like a boyfriend. He's so many things. A friend, a confidant to the girls. Like, he's so fully fleshed out. And I really appreciate that the writers showcase his humanity that way. And I think they do. Honestly, that's not his character. That's a lot of the characters on the show. They fully fleshed them out. Even the characters you don't like, they kind of show why they are the way they are. So I really do appreciate that, specifically with Lil Murda. When he was rapping in front of the rival gang, I can't remember what their name is. I know their colors is like purple. Whatever I was like, Lil Murda, this is raw as fuck. However, what we don't need you doing, sir, is confessing in front of a live audience to crimes you committed, hypothetically. Sir, it was gangster, it was raw, it was made for a sickening performance, but sir, that was not intelligent at all. We didn't get you a legal team, because because you're going up, Lil Murda, you're going up, okay? Like the song he did with Tina Snow, Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, amazing, he going up, but we need to start acting like you're going up, because the way you're acting sometimes, sir, like the scene where the fight broke out in the episode before, like, I appreciated that he, made sure the girls were okay. His heart be in the right place, but not so much his head all the time. And so what I need him to do is start thinking a bit more strategically with certain things. Like, literally, because after they calmed down, broke the fight, whatnot, he went back into the back room with Uncle Clifford, and he's just, raging, fuming, kicking shit out over. I'm like, Lil Murda. Honestly, sir, your name, even the name, because your name has power. You have what you say. And you already cut a body, okay? Sir, we need to button up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. His 2 people, kind of like a persona. There's LaMarcus and there's Lil Murda. Lil Murda is the performer. LaMarcus is who we see when he's with Uncle Clifford and the girls and Keyshawn. That's LaMarcus, But you can see throughout the whole season, Uncle Clifford, he was enjoying the time he had, but he knew in the back of his mind, he always kind of was like, yeah, this is not going to last. And I think that's really indicative and really common for a lot of queer people, especially queer black people. Kind of just, you always expect either keep your expectations low, or you just kind of know a bad ending is probably going to come. So you don't get your hopes up too much. And I think a lot of people in the LGBT community can relate to that. Kind of to how Uncle Clifford was kind of just kind of breaking his own heart before LaMarcus could do it to him. But I love that he came back. And then the scene, you know, at Ernestine's, you know, Corona bounce back party. Shout out to Miss Loretta Devine, because she be playing the hell out of Ernestine. I know when she got COVID, I was scared. My sister was down bad. She was in the hospital, not drinking that water. I was like, oh my God. Because I remember they kind of alluded that there was like death comes in threes. And first we had Rome, then was Big T. So I was like, oh my God. If Ernestine is the third death, I'm gonna be sick. Thank God she was not. She bounced back. And I was like, good, because Loretta Devine is too good of an actress to kill off in the first 2 seasons. So I was like, y'all better bring her back on the party. They were at her welcome back party. And basically LaMarcus was like, nah, it's not going down like this. He was like, we're gonna be together. He was like, we're gonna be together. They kind of had that really good, that like, not an argument so much as like, it was almost like a catharsis for both of them. Murda told him what happened that night with Big T, and then he started to kind of realize, come to understanding. And then he basically like professed his love for him. He was like, I love you. And then, you know, Clifford, then they had that scene with the dance, and he basically publicly professes his love. And that was so funny to me, because prior to the dance, he was drunk and high, because, you know, he's at the party. And he was literally, when Lil Murda came up behind him and wrapped his arms around him, you could see on Uncle Clifford's face, he was like, is this the drugs? He's the drugs. He turned around, Lil Murda was like, you ain't dreaming. You ain't dreaming. He was like, oh my God. Then he kissed her. I was like, ah! He kissed her. I was like, yes. Then when he kissed her and everyone was staring, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And you can see like the everyone's faces. Like there was a range of like both like, oh, and then like shock from the dudes. But I don't care. And then this was my part when he looked at him and was like, what's good? Like, what's tea? Yeah, I kissed her. So, and what's up? What's good? What the fuck y'all looking at? I was like, period. Period. That is how you ride for yours. So yes, I love that part. And then, so yeah, Uncle Clifford and just Lil Murda, I love their love story. I want more of them. And then Mercedes, we had a rocky road, but for season 2, she kind of like, they wrapped it up in a nice bow for her, because she got her daughter back. She got her studio, thank God, and she got to pay. She got a nice little check from, you know, Miss Farrah, you know, the coach's wife. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care for Farrah, because I thought she was kind of like the stereotypical rigid, cold wife, bitter wife. But again, shout out to the writers. They fleshed her out, and they kind of showed why she was the way she was. And I came around to her. She opened her own art studio, an exhibit basically dedicated to Mercedes. It was packed. You could hear people in the background talking about how amazing she looked, how good she looked, and, you know, the sun, the lines. I was like, yes, y'all better gas my girl. Yes, take it all in. And then she brought her a check, you know. I was like, yes, this is what you deserve. Because, you know, I know at the beginning, Mercedes was really hard on herself about still being at the Pink. She thought she would be farther ahead, I guess, or at least in a different place in her life. But I was happy to see that she got the ending that she deserved. And that her final dance, which was basically her retirement scene with Lil Murda, the performance, that when she did that drop, when I tell you I screamed, because I thought her arm gave out. I thought her arm was giving out and she was falling. But no, ma'am. No, Mercedes is too skilled for that. My man, she did basically a flip off the pole and did a split landing on beat. I was like, I literally screamed. I screamed. I was like, that's how you do it. And that is how you do your last dance. And the fact, and she was like, I ain't gonna tell these bitches this was my last dance. I'm just gonna do it. And they ate it up. Mercedes. They ate it up. As it relates to Mercedes, I want to know her relationship with Maine. I can obviously tell there's chemistry. They probably might have, you know, been, you know, seeing each other back in the day, maybe. What I want to know is, Is he the father of her daughter? Is it like? Cause I was looking, I was like, they kind of resembled each other. I was like, huh? Like, I'm just asking a question, okay? I'm asking a question. Another thing I liked this season, Roulette. Let me tell you why I love her character so much. Roulette is a goddamn wild card. You do not know. Anytime she comes on my screen, I get excited because I do not know what this girl is going to do. This season, I've seen Roulette give blowjobs on the job. Giving blowjobs on the job. I've seen this woman doing coke on the job. I've seen her holding people at hostage, not hostage, holding people at gunpoint, robbing them. We've seen Roulette getting fucked on the job with the white boy Duffy. Oh, and let me tell you about her and Roulette and Duffy. At first, I thought Duffy was just some stereotypical wigger. I was like, hug, okay, another white boy. But when, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of came around to Duffy's character when he kind of smooth with it. I'm not gonna lie. With the scene when she was working, and he kind of was like, you in the business of pleasure, but who pleases you? I was like, I'm sorry, but someone like me, I'd have been like, shit, I would have folded. I'd be like, wait, who is pleasing me? No, because that was smooth. And then he pleased her. I was like, oh. Yeah, so I came around to him after that. So I'm interested to see where Duffy and Roulette, if there is them, if they go anywhere. Because Roulette, she's just a fun character. Her and Whisper. Whisper was kind of freaky to me at first. I was like, what's this girl's deal? I didn't know what she was. I was like, is she a gypsy, a witch? I didn't know what race ethnicity she was. I think she white. I'm like, with a name like Whisper, you got to be. So, but Whisper, I kind of came around to her. I like the pairing of her, Whisper, and Roulette together. It's kind of like angel demon dichotomy, and I do like how they kind of switch. Sometimes Roulette's a good one, sometimes she's a bad one, and vice versa with Whisper. I like Roulette. I like her paired with Whisper. I want like just more of Roulette, because I kind of like that she's kind of a rebel. I like that, a rebel character. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for a good rebel character, and Roulette gives me that. She gives me what I need for like a rebel character. These two right here, Keyshawn and Diamond. When I tell you, I ship them so hard. Literally, I ship these two so hard. Like, play We Belong Together. Cue the music. They belong together. I want them together so bad. And I'm not gonna lie, when in season 1, when her, and I'm gonna get into this, I'm gonna get into this man later. I'm gonna get into Derek. I'm gonna get into him. But the scene where Derek and Diamond were fighting, and Keyshawn pulled the gun on Diamond. Obviously, Diamond felt some type of way about that. Obviously, clearly, most people will if you pull a gun on them. And so they kind of, it was a fracture. They kind of split apart. And I was like, y'all not gonna, I was like, y'all not gonna be gone too long. I was like, y'all are like, like the chemistry they had. I was like, y'all, I don't know what y'all waiting on. Well, I mean, I knew why, because that stupid ass snow bleach demon snow roach motherfucker. I'm gonna get to him later. But anyway, Diamond and Keyshawn, I shipped them so hard. Keyshawn had her last dance this episode. She was getting her life together. She had her bag. She had her car, her passport, her coin. She was ready to go. All she had to do was pick up her babies. And there you go. She, like, literally, she was on her Little Red Riding Hood shit. She had her red jogger on, ready to dip, ready to run. Little Red Riding Hood was ready to go with her babies. All she had to do was pick up her kids. She said her goodbyes to everyone she loved. Said bye to Uncle Clifford. Said bye to Mercedes. Kissed Diamond goodbye. That little kiss she stole from him. And the scene when the fight broke out. And then Big Bone. And I'm going to get to Big Bone, big body dump. Let me calm down. I'm going to get into Big Bone's ass later. But she saw them kiss. But I'm like, Keyshawn was wrapping things up with the people that she loved and cared about. She had her car, her money. All she had to do was get her children. She gets to her sister's house. And I don't know why she left her kids with her stepsister, half sister, whatever she is. Because they were always wishy-washy, and I never really care for them that well. Like, sometimes they were nice to her, and then the stepmom, I'm gonna get into stepmom later as well. I'm gonna get to them later. But when she went to pick him up from her little stepsister or whatever, her stupid stepmom opened the door and was like, "Oh, hey, girl. Oh, yeah, I gave them kids to Derek." You could literally, like, see the blood drain from her face. She goes, "What?" And you can see her sorry-ass sister in the back like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're so weak. You're useless. You had one job. Watch your nieces and nephew. Watch your niece and nephew. That's all you have to do, and don't let nobody take them." And you couldn't even do that. So I'm over her. You literally would have been better off leaving them with your coworkers at the Pink. Keyshawn, I don't know. Yeah. So now Keyshawn's running to find her kids. She goes to her house, and they're there with Derek and the CPS worker and the policeman. And I'm like, I know this man did not call CPS on himself, basically. Because it was the abuse he caused. So I'm like, you done caused Derek's evil, demonic ass, bleached demon, Elmer's glue built ass, hillbilly, redneck ass done called the police and child protective services on the abuse that he inflicted. I said, no. I said, let it ring. And that's what she did. The timing was horrible because it was in front of the CPS lady and a goddamn policeman, but it was about damn time. She gave all her rage. She let it out, and I don't blame her. The timing was god awful. But the policeman subdued her, and that scene really pissed me off because that policeman was kneeing his knee. He was kneeing on her back. I was like, no, we're not. I said, I don't like that. And then her abusive bleach demon baby daddy standing over her. And then the CPS lady, I'm like, no, everyone got to go. That whole scene pissed me off. So now Keyshawn's in jail because during the fight, she was going off. And she, when the policeman tried to get her off, she smacked him. I was like, oh, gosh, she's going to jail. So Keyshawn's in jail. Who did she call? Her prince, her knight, her shining armor, Diamond. Diamond's on a date with that big bone, big bodied snake in the grass clown with that red wig, that bright red wig. And she's speaking in a metaphor, but Diamond being the Iraqi war veteran, real ass nigga that he is, he got the code. He's like, oh, bet. I said, you in jail? You ready? Oh, you're in jail? Oh, and you need me to say less, baby. It's handled. I know we're rocky right now, but I'm not gonna let nothing happen to you. And so he's like, because all throughout the season, you could tell he was trying to resist the pull that Keyshawn has on him, but he can't. Honestly, the only thing that's in the way is that bleach demon baby daddy, that hillbilly baby daddy, Derek, and he was about to handle it. She called him. He was like, I'm gonna Olivia Pope this shit. It's about to be handled. Diamond was about to do what needed to be done. And what happens? What freaking happens? This bitch, Big Bone, who I never, ever trusted. I never trusted this. And now we're going to transition into the part, because this is how season 2 ended, with Big Bone and some gangbanger attacking Diamond and stuffing him in the back trunk. I was like, what? And now we're going to transition into the part that pissed me off. Court is in session. There are 4 people on death row. All 4 of you are sentenced to death. And I'm going to tell you why. For public record, we're going to keep this for public record, why these 4 characters are sentenced to death. Number 1, first up, Autumn, Winter Solstice, Lakeisha Savage, not Savage, whatever her name is, I do not care. I don't like you. Season 1, I was iffy about you. Season 2, I don't like you at all. Because even in the moments where you were redeeming, you had your redeeming qualities, like she was helping Keyshawn escape, okay. because she'd done it before. I'm like, okay, she's helping another woman out who's in a situation she was. I can respect that. I can appreciate that. But what I cannot appreciate you is robbing Uncle Clifford. You took that money out that account and dipped. And she thinks she's somebody's Olivia Pope, trying to be a mistress to Andre goofy ass, another character I do not like. Andre is basically a discount Barack Obama, and I don't care for his character. Anytime he's on my screen, I'm annoyed, and I want his scenes to be over. Him and his wife, they are so dysfunctional. The divorce, they both need to divorce each other and just go on with their life. I'm annoyed by their presence. But as for her, Miss Autumn, Winter Solstice, Fall, Summer, Spring, Winter, Night, don't care what your name is, she's a snake. And Uncle Clifford read her for filth like he should have. He told her about herself. She don't got no family and don't ever. Uncle Clifford even gave her the benefit of the doubt. Was like, I thought you would come around. But he did more than he should have for her. He was like, I will give you the money that you spent back and you can leave. And her greedy, grimy ass was like, I need more. No. I'm like, that's her white side. That's that half white side trying to get more. I'm like, oh, get out. Get out. Get out. Take this with $250K. Like, that was what you paid. That was a fair deal. And not to mention the fact that they literally killed and hid bodies for your ass. And no, I don't like her. She's ungrateful. She's an ungrateful light bright. I'm like, she thinks she's more important than what she is. I don't like her. She's sentenced to death. And then this stepmama. She's so toxic. And when we had that episode about the backstory of Keyshawn, and we got to see a bit about her stepmom, I knew from the moment when she was in the scene where Keyshawn was doing her sister's hair, but she accidentally burned it off, and she was like, "You done ruined the only good thing." I'm like, no, you're giving colorist, you're giving pick me, you're giving, I need all my babies to have long curly hair, no naps. I don't like her. And then when she talking about, I called Derek and gave the kids back, I said, off with her head. Off with her head. Honestly, the fact that Keyshawn didn't backhand the fuck out of her or just beat both her asses right there and then there is a testament to her composure. I guess she was saving that for Derek's dumbass, and rightfully so. Next on the docket is Big Bone. This big body clown, the clown wig wearing ass bitch. I never trusted her, never liked her, did not trust her. And let me tell you why I did not trust her. From the moment she came, how you come into a stripper audition and you can't strip? Somebody ain't doing the math right. That don't make no sense. Make it make sense. Why are you at a stripper audition can't strip? She's like, Uncle Clifford ended up giving her a job anyway because she pretty. So 1, you at a stripper audition can't strip. 2, you get a job only because you're pretty. I'm like, no. And then 3, you asked too many questions. She was asking everybody, trying to get everyone business. Like, no, it's giving op. It's giving spy. It's giving rogue agent. I don't like you. Everything about Big Bone rubbed me the wrong way, and I did not like her. So when it was revealed and my suspicions were confirmed, I was like, nope, off with her head. Off with her head. She stabbed Diamond, literally in the back or the side. Stabbed him in the back. Mind you, Diamond is on his way to handle what needs to be handled with another character on the docket. This bleached demon, caveman, constructed, hillbilly, inbred motherfucker. Derek needs to meet his maker. Plain and simple. He needs to meet his maker. If Diamond can't do it, Woody. Call Woody, girl. Call Woody. Somebody needs to off with them. I don't care. I'm sick of this man. I'm like, Keyshawn is too beautiful of a soul, too beautiful of a woman, of a person, to be letting this dusty, crusty, nasty white man to be beating up on her and lying on her and getting her put in jail. I said, no, off with his head. These 4, all of them, off with their head. Off with their goddamn head. I don't want it. Don't want to see them again. Season 2 was amazing. It honestly was amazing. I hate cliffhangers, so that's why I was mad, but it honestly was amazing, and I need the announcement for season 3, and the fact that I had to wait a year, this is the worst part about good television, is when it ends, you have to wait. I'm a very impatient person, so okay, Katori Hall, I just need you to get the pen and start writing. Start typing, whatever your process is. Godspeed. We need this expeditiously. Can we get even like a winter 1 episode special, like of Keisha, like to know what's like, to know everything's okay? Because literally it's gonna be a year before we get season 3, and the fact that it ended with Diamond being stuffed in the back trunk, PTSD flaring up, because you can see him having like flashbacks. I'm like, oh my god, my man better finna be stuffed in the trunk for a whole year before we find out what happened to him. I can't. No, I can't. That's not how. I can't have it. That's not how you end it, ma'am. Katori, Miss Ma'am. You can't end it like that, because now I'm literally gonna be obsessed over and Keyshawn in jail. And what's really sick? The only person who knows Keyshawn is in jail is Diamond, and Diamond just got kidnapped. Don't nobody know Diamond kidnapped. Oh my god, fix it, Jesus. Oh Lord, season 2 was amazing. I need season 3 expeditiously. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.